Hello everyone, today we are going to study the topic elements, compounds and mixture. So now matter is divided into how many substances? It is divided into two substances. First is pure substance and second is impure substance. In pure substance there are two things, elements and compounds. And in impure substance there is one thing, that is mixture. Mixture is of two types, homogeneous and heterogeneous. Now elements are of four types: metals, non-metal, metalloids and noble gases. Compounds are only one. Now we'll understand that what is an element. Element, it is a pure substance, we all know. Okay, it is a pure substance and it cannot be broken down into simpler substances. It is classified into metals, non-metals, metalloids and noble gases. Okay, so now you are clear that what is a element. Now we'll understand second thing, that is compound. What is a compound? It is a pure substance. Okay, so it is also a pure substance formed by a combination of two or more elements. The elements are combined in a fixed ratio. It cannot be broken down into elements by chemical means. Okay, so it is formed by two or more elements and it cannot be broken down, it can be broken down into simpler elements. Okay, and it is combined in a fixed ratio. It means elements are combined in a fixed ratio. Now we will understand that what is a mixture. So mixture, it is an impure substance formed by a combination of two or more elements, compounds or both. The substances are mixed together in any ratio. Okay, so a mixture is an impure substance and it is formed by combination of two or more elements or two or more compounds or both. And in that, elements and compounds are combined in any ratio. Okay, they are not combined in a fixed ratio, they are combined in any type of ratio. Now what is an atom? An atom is the smallest particle of an element which doesn't have an independent existence. Okay, so atom is the smallest particle of an element and it does not have an independent existence. Okay, so now you are clear that what is an atom. Now we'll discuss on the structure of atom. Now this is the structure of atom. In this we can see positively charged particles, negatively charged particles and the particle which does not have any charge. So the positively charged particles are placed in the between of the atom. Okay, so where they are placed, that part is called the nucleus. Okay, so they are placed in the nucleus of an atom and they are called as the positively charged particles are called the proton, and there are also no charged particles called the neutrons. Okay, now there are some orbits. On orbits there are negatively charged particles. Now the negatively charged particles are called the electrons. Okay, so now you are clear that what is an electron, what is a proton and what is a neutron. Okay, and also the nucleus. Okay, so this was only the structure of the atom. Now we will discuss about the metallic elements and the non-metallic elements. So what are metallic elements? We can say in metallic elements or metals. Now metals these are elements that have luster, are malleable, are ductile, are good conductors of electricity and have high density. And the opposite of this is the non-metallic elements or non-metals. Now these are elements that do not have luster, are non-malleable, are non-ductile, are poor conductors of electricity and have low density. Okay, so now you are clear that what is a metallic elements and what is a non-metallic elements. It means what is metals or what is non-metals. Now there are some exceptions. Okay, so exceptions to properties of metals and non-metal. What are the exceptions? Now mercury. Now mercury is a metal. Okay, so mercury is a metal that and it is liquid at room temperature. Now zinc. A zinc is a metal and it is non-malleable and non-ductile. It means it shows the property of a non-metal. Now iodine is a non-metal but it is lustrous. It shows the property of a metal. Now graphite. A graphite is a non-metal and it is lustrous and has good conductors of electricity. It means it shows the property of a metal. Okay, so now you are clear with the exceptions also. Now we'll study about the two things that are left, that are metalloids and noble gases. What are metalloids? Metalloids, element which shows properties of both metals and non-metals. They are chemically reactive. Okay, so metalloids are the elements that show the properties of both metals and non-metals and they are chemically reactive also. Now what are noble gases? Elements which occur in traces in the atmosphere in the gaseous state. They are chemically inactive. Okay, so they occur in the atmosphere in the traces, okay, and they are also chemically inactive, okay. So now you're clear with the metalloids and noble gases. Now we know that what is an atom. Now we have to know that what is a molecule. So the atoms of the same element or different elements combine to form a molecule. It is the smallest particle of a substance that can exist independently. Now atom was the smallest particle of an element, but molecule is the smallest particle of a substance and it can exist independently also. Now atoms, so atoms combine to form a molecule, okay. So like we can take an example as water. So water, it means there are two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen. They combine to form a molecule called water, okay. Now what is the atomicity? What is the atomicity of an element? So the number of atoms of an element that join together forming a molecule of that element is known as atomicity. Okay, so how many atoms combine to form a molecule? How many atoms are combining? That is called the atomicity. Okay, so now we are clear that what is the atomicity of an element. Now we will see that atoms of same element forming a molecule. So elements made up of single atoms are called the monoatomic molecules. Like the example is helium, okay. Now second is elements made up of two atoms, okay. When two atoms combine to form an element, it is called the diatomic molecules. Example is oxygen. Oxygen power is O2, okay. We write oxygen as O2, so it is diatomic molecule. Elements made up of more than two atoms are called the polyatomic molecule. Like the example is ozone and phosphorus. So now you are clear that what is the atoms of same element forming a molecule, okay. Now atoms of different elements forming a molecule. Molecules of elements containing two or more atoms of different kinds chemically combined together are called molecules of compounds. It means when we take the example of water, so there are two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen in water, okay. So there are atoms of different kind, okay. So that is called the molecules of compounds, okay. Like this is the example. Now element plus element is equal to compound. So hydrogen plus oxygen is equal to H2O, that is the water. Now there are total 3 atoms. Two are of hydrogen and one is of oxygen. They are forming the compound that is H2O, that is water, okay. So now you are clear. Now we'll know some characteristics of compound. So there are a total of 6 characteristics of compounds. First is components in a compound are in a definite direction. Second, compound is always homogeneous. Third, particles in a compound are of one kind. Fourth, compound have a definite set of properties. Fifth, elements in the compound do not retain their original properties. Sixth, components in a compound can be separated, okay. So the question can come that write two characteristics of compound, okay. So you can learn these 6 characteristics of compound. Now we'll see here some mixtures that are element plus element, which makes the mixture as copper plus zinc, which makes the mixture as brass, okay. Second is compound plus compound. Which compounds are there? As sodium chloride plus water, okay. Sodium chloride plus water makes the mixture as salt solution. Third is elements plus compound. Sulfur plus carbon plus potassium nitrate makes the mixture as gunpowder, okay. So now you are clear with these 3 type of mixtures. Now we'll study the types of mixture. First type of mixture is homogeneous mixture. What is a homogeneous mixture? Mixture in which constituents are uniformly mixed. Properties and compositions are same throughout the mixture. Heterogeneous mixture, mixture in which constituents are not uniformly mixed. Properties and composition vary throughout the mixture, okay. So now you are clear that what is a homogeneous mixture and what is a heterogeneous mixture. In homogeneous mixture, constituents are uniformly mixed, but in heterogeneous mixture, constituents are not uniformly mixed. In homogeneous mixture, properties and compositions are same throughout the mixture, but in heterogeneous mixture, properties and composition vary throughout the mixture. Now see the homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. So here are two solids, that is copper plus zinc makes the mixture as brass. So they are called the homogeneous mixture. Now in heterogeneous mixture, two solids such as iron plus sulfur makes the mixture as iron sulfide. They are called the heterogeneous mixture. Solid and liquid, salt plus water makes the water makes the salt solution, so it is a homogeneous mixture. And solid and liquid, sand plus water makes the sand solution. Okay, so it is a heterogeneous mixture. Two liquid, alcohol plus water, are called the homogeneous mixture, but two liquids such as oil plus water are called the heterogeneous mixture. Now in homogeneous mixture, two gases are air, but in heterogeneous mixture there are no gases. Okay, so now you're clear. I hope you have enjoyed this video. So goodbye guys.